Ladies and gentlemen, this is Barnon 11970. Thank you as always for watching my video. All right, guys, I just want to let you know there will be no live cam event tonight. The individual, and that's all I'm going to categorize him at this point. I gave him plenty of opportunity to answer the question. Either it was a simple yes or no. Will you debate me on live camera? He could have either said yes, I will, or no, I won't. He spent all the opportunity of me unblocking him to basically just troll the channel and basically, without saying it, say he's afraid to actually show himself on camera. Which, to let everybody know, I knew that from the second I made that offer. And I know sometimes people don't understand methods to my madness, but you have to understand when I do things, especially something like this, I do it for me. And this is the one thing I want to teach on my channel, because especially when I talk about organic products and learning how to do things for yourself, the more dependent you are on other people to take care of you or other people to get their approval, the less likely you are to do things on your own. And when I do things, I don't do things saying, God, I hope people will like me for it, or I hope people will understand why I'm doing it, or I hope they'll agree. I do it because if it works for me, that's all that matters, whether people understand it or not. Because in the end, I ultimately am responsible for my life. And I see so many people go through life where they're at a job that they hate, or in a relationship they can't stand, or they feel stuck. And you have to understand, ladies and gentlemen, that life is a choice. And fear is a choice. Intimidation is a choice. Now, what I did for a purpose. Now, that doesn't mean it's going to stop these individuals. Because obviously, when I unblocked them, a lot of them just took the first opportunity they could to say ridiculous things, so I just basically re-blocked them again. But when I called that person out, the one that supposedly had all this evidence against me, and I said, you know, let's debate on live camera. You can spill all the beans of all the supposed proof you have about me. You would think if that person had real proof, he would be jumping on the chance to do it. Here's the difference now from just the other day. Just the other day, I was concerned about what they were doing. It bothered me. Just like all the other times that people did this, it bothered me. And I never knew why. And sometimes you have to hit rock bottom to the point where you actually learn something. And what I learned is how to take my power back. And that's exactly the purpose of that video yesterday. Because I knew from the second I made that video, that person was never going to come online and show his face. So now this person, I'm not saying it's going to stop what they're doing. And I'm sure they're going to try even harder now. But what it does for me personally is shows me I was worrying about the stupidest of things. It doesn't stop me. It's not going to change me. So why let it affect me? That was my choice. And yes, maybe I had to learn it. But lesson learned. And I proved that giving that person a legitimate chance to talk to me one-on-one with no tricks involved, that person not only didn't do it, but wouldn't even answer the question. That made me feel good that I took my power back. And you can do that with yourself in your life. Don't let anybody scare you, intimidate you, or make your decisions in life influence because it may not be popular. Because unless you become an individual and self-sufficient, you're going to rely on other people to always take care of you or to approve what you do. Don't do something based on whether people like it or not. Do it because it's right for you. And even I had to learn that. And that's the thing I think people appreciate about my channel, that I'm just a real person who screws up along the way, but if you come out of it a better person because you learned something, then it served a purpose. And this is what I want people, even if it's 2 people on my channel, to get. And then it means I've reached out to people, which makes this worthwhile. So instead of worrying about the outside world and what they do and what they say and how they feel and what they accuse you of, don't let it affect you. Don't wait for somebody else's approval. Don't do something based on what the crowd says is right. Those are the cowards. Those are the people afraid to stand on their own. They have to follow somebody else's lead. That's not a leader. That's a follower. And that's why you'll see all these other troll channels that were taking advantage of this whole situation when I unblocked them all. They're nothing but followers. If that's the way you want to be in life, is that somebody you want to be scared of? I had to learn that the hard way, but I'm glad I did. Better late than never. And people may not understand it. They may not even like it. But I did it for me. And if that helps one other person to say, you know what? I was afraid to make videos, or I was afraid to talk about certain things because I was afraid to be judged. You know what? Everybody gets judged. It's whether you let it affect you or not. And I'm a prime example of what happens when you let it affect you. But after that challenge was presented and ignored, I've taken my power back from those people. So now they can say whatever they want, make any accusations they want. They mean nothing because I've proven that they are too afraid to stand up and prove what they say. And I feel good. And they can't take that away from me. And that's why when I'm doing all these organic products and everything, all of a sudden I'm getting more clients at my massage office. I just had 7 new appointments scheduled for this month. I had 3 new DJ parties that I'm doing in May. And I have 3 more in June. I have already reorders for some of my organic products. And as a matter of fact, I just, as of yesterday, started doing a gift basket of them. And I've already sold 6 of them. And I'll tell you this much, for those of you who think I'm all about the money now, I'll be more than happy to take gold and silver for them. I convert that currency to real money anyway. But people are so worried about what other people think. All their judgments. I, to this day, have learned my lesson. And it's a beautiful thing to take your control back. Sometimes it takes 5 minutes for a person to figure that out. Sometimes it takes 5 lifetimes. But you know what? I'm 43 years old. I don't look my age. I definitely don't act my age. And now I don't feel my age. And people are starting to notice. And there are going to be people who will hate me for it. They'll be jealous of that. They'll be jealous of you. You know, how many people have you ever seen in life? You see them, they're so happy. I hate them. They're just jealous. Don't ever be stuck. It's a choice. Do what's right for you. Only the people that matter in your life, your real friends, your family, your loved ones, their opinions matter. And they'll always be kind, or at the very least, respectful. And that's something these trolls will never have. And that's respect. And yeah, I had to learn the hard way. But learn, nonetheless, I did. And if I can do it, you can do it. So unfortunately, there won't be the live cam. I had another person that actually, they tried to do their comical thing, trying to type all stupid and everything, and said, I'll debate you. So I called his bluff and said, okay, just tell me yes or no. Do you want to debate on live cam and you show your face? And typical response, 6 times I gave him the opportunity. Didn't respond to the question, just made stupid remarks. So I had to reblock him again. Fine with me. So to everybody out there, if you're one person that's been afraid of other people based on what they think, and you did things based on how other people react, the only person in the end you hurt is yourself, and you stop yourself from growing. Be better than that. Fear is a choice. You could choose to accept it, or you can choose to rise above it. It may take you decades to figure that out, but once you do, you'll be better off. Because then, the only person you're trying to please is yourself. Thanks for watching, guys. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'm going to go spend some time with my lovely wife. The best thing that ever happened to me. Peace.